I mean, I mean, it's so different now. I mean, because we used to live in the same apartment when we started.
Mick Jagger is said to have a net worth of $500 million. Did you know he spends his millions on a posh lifestyle? I mean, to be fair, what famous celebrity rolling in millions wouldn't? So in this video, you're gonna find out all about it. The age of this singer is something not everyone can achieve without a healthy lifestyle. Michael Philip Mick Jagger was born in 1943 in Dartford, England. Can you calculate his current age from his birth year? That's right, Mick is right now 80 years old. He's commonly known as Mick Jagger and is one of the most famous rock stars in history. Mick got his first guitar at the age of 14, but he didn't choose his artistic career in the beginning. He began his career in accounting and eventually moved to the music field. He first performed in nightclubs and met other musicians at nightclubs. He then developed his own style and started a music band in 1962 called the Rolling Stones. The young band quickly rose up to the top, gaining a lot of followers and fans. The Rolling Stones sold more than 250 million albums worldwide and became one of the most successful musical bands in the world. Apart from the music band, Mick Jagger also has a career as an actor and movie producer. He's also built his own solo music career and has made millions out of it. Something that's really astonishing is that the title of the oldest active rock band in the world is currently held by the Rolling Stones, which celebrated its 60th year in 2022. That means it's been almost 62 years since the band had been formed. Mick Jagger is 80 years old and still going, leaving us no clue of his actual retirement. So who's your favorite Rolling Stone artist? Most of the time, it'll be Mick Jagger, and that might be why you're here. Mick has earned a lot of money through his concerts and albums, and with it, he can buy luxurious mansions and properties from all over the world. So now, let's take a sneak peek into his real estate portfolio. Mick acquired a great mansion in the Lakewood Ranch area in Florida, United States. The mansion was built in 2008 and is standing on an extensive peninsula plot surrounded by a lake. The mansion has 5,700 square foot of living area in the residence and consists of 4 comfortable and luxurious bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. The kitchen of the house is integrated with a pantry and is made of wood with marble tops. The open view from the kitchen gives you a beautiful sight of the large island in the area. Apart from these, the house also has a well-lit office which overlooks the lake, and also a living room which has a large packed bookshelf which gives an aesthetic look to the building. The master bedroom itself is enough to make you feel like you're in a beautiful house. The balcony has a fireplace and a great view of the outdoors. There's also a social area that serves as a bar. The outdoor area looks like you're on an expensive vacation with the look of the pool. An extremely large pool which adds to the beautiful exterior of the house is a soothing look. Now you might be wondering how much the vocalist paid for this luxurious mansion. Well, he bought this property for only $2 million. Have you ever thought of living in a castle which is older than your grandfather? Here, you can see that the singer owns a 16th century French castle called La Fourchette, which once belonged to Prince Louis XVI's nobleman. The property is very large, has a total of 49 acres of land covered by lush gardens and woods, allowing Mick to enjoy being there, and is said that the castle is his peace companion. Mick lived out his quarantine days here in the castle, living with nature. He did gardening and raised animals there during the pandemic. If you're wondering how much he paid for the castle, he paid around £2.2 million in 1982, which is equal to $3 million US. As of now, the property is set to cost much more than that. Which reminds me, how exactly did you guys spend your quarantine days? During his time as a lead singer of the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger bought a few real estate properties as investment. With a real estate portfolio valued at $250 million, Mick staked his claim on some of the most coveted properties from around the world, including the 6-room beachfront compound located on the exclusive private island of Mystique. This Caribbean island is built in Japanese style and is known as Stargrove's Villa. The property is out for rent, and anyone can rent the property to enjoy the Caribbean sea breeze for $4,300 per night. The property has 6 bedrooms and can accommodate 10 people in its spacious living areas. There's a large swimming pool on the outside which resembles a lake. Apart from that, there's a game room and media room. If you're renting out the property, you'll be provided with butler services. There's a chef, 3 housekeepers, and 2 gardeners. If you're into exploring then, you can make use of the Jeep, which is also there in the property for sightseeing, which is definitely a go-go. The singer also owns another property in the Caribbean islands, which is near to his property. This one is called Pelican Beach, a family villa which has 5 bedrooms. Besides having a guest house, the property has 4 more bedrooms. However, you'll have to have $30,000 on you to spend a week here in the property. Mick enjoys camping and has invested a sum on his camping tent, which, may I add, is very luxurious and comfortable. This tent costs roughly around $3,000 per night to stay in, which compared to his other properties is actually the cheapest. Do you think you can spend a vacation in this luxurious tent if you have the chance? Mick Jagger's car collection is something that everyone has praised him for. He has a huge collection which involves both classic and sports cars. He also loves motorcycles, such as the one in his garage known as the BMW F700 GS, a twin-cylinder bike which costs $10,000. Now let's look at some of the vintage cars the singer owns. He owns a 1969 Morgan Plus 8, a car that's worth $48,000. Among the other cars he owns is the Mercedes S550, which is worth $110,000, a luxurious model at that. He also owns modern cars like the Range Rover, Audi R8, Ferrari, Porsche 911 GT3 RS, and so much more, and all these cars are obviously worth a lot of dough. One of the interesting collections in his garage is the Rolls-Royce Classic Silver Cloud 3 from the 1960s with a V8 engine, and which cost around $130,000. Mick also owns an Aston DB6, which was bought back in 1966 during its release, and it must have cost him a lot back then. To buy an Aston Martin DB6 now in pristine condition would cost you around $800,000. The singer went to Italy to purchase a Ferrari 288 GTO in the 1980s. This car was a limited edition with only 272 pieces ever produced. You can now find this car at auctions for around $3 million. So which of these is your favorite Mick Jagger car? Apart from these automobiles, the singer also owns jets. It's mostly when he travels with his music band, the Rolling Stones. When it comes to private aircrafts, the music band has altered and made their mark in a few aircrafts as their own. The leading singer of the Rolling Stones doesn't seem to have a plan to retire, and he's still earning millions and is still spending. Do you think Mick Jagger at the age of 80 can continue for another 10 years? Let us know your views in the comments down below, and do give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you all in another episode.